football. Yeah, football's back,
Football's
man.
back.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
you been feeling about the football season so
It,
far?
um, we my Rams started 2-0. Then we dropped that. Well, we choked against the Eagles, up 26-7.
That was a
Got
bad
that,
one.
yeah, block kick. So
I mean,
yeah, I mean,
how does it feel watching a game like that where you're up big and then you end up losing because of a
it's
block kick
terrible.
that
It's
turns into a
terrible. Yeah,
touchdown?
yeah,
But like
yeah. I mean,
the Rams are doing very decent at least, right? I
yeah,
mean,
they're
apart from that
decent.
game.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know, it's the NFC West is pretty tough right now.
It,
If
yeah.
we have a look, right, because
Hmm.
everyone's, I mean, like the Cardinals and the Seahawks just had a great game yesterday,
Right. Hmm.
close one. Um, right now, my Niners are 3-0, but
Yeah.
they're very injured. Everyone's injured.
Hmm.
The Seahawks are just 3-1. You got the Cardinals at 2-2, and obviously the Rams at 2-1. It's
Right.
always been tight, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
Hmm.
the room for error is very low, especially, and it sucks because my Niners are essentially injured right now.
Yeah. Hmm.
Nick Bosa is essentially confirmed out for the season, ACL tear,
Hmm.
and then you got Brandon Ayuk still recovering from an ACL. The news isn't
Right.
really good on that front,
Hmm.
so we don't expect Ayuk to be back on the field until probably mid-season at the very
Right.
least, at the
Oh
very
yeah.
earliest.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
that's not good. And then you obviously got George Kittle out. You got
Yeah.
Brock Purdy out, and then you
Right.
got a lot of
Hmm.
tons of other players out. There's been some players on the Niners that have been stepping up. Don't get me wrong, right?
Yeah.
Ricky
Hmm.
Pearsall has turned into one of the better receivers out there. I think
Right.
he's probably going to be receiver one for the time being.
Hmm.
Even when Joanne Jennings gets back, who's also injured. Joanne Jennings is
Yeah.
obviously injured as well.
Hmm. Yeah.
So there's a lot of things
Hmm.
to smile about. But what for the Rams, what do you think is the biggest X factor so far in the season, as far as what you've watched?
So far it's been Puka Nakua, of course. He's steady. He's a receiver. Well, him and Devonte Adams are kind of like, either of them could be receiver one or two. That's the X factor for the Rams. That double threat of Puka Nakua and Devonte Adams, and then you have Kyron Williams also, who's been pretty decent the last few games. Um, I also want to give a lot of credit to the defense. Before we during that period when Cup was traded and we didn't get Devonte Adams yet. We were thinking of the Rams as they were gonna be a defensive oriented team, but now we have Devonte Adams and we have our defense has always been solid. Because yeah, like Jared Verse, these guys on the defense, Braden Fisk. Yeah, so I like I mean, given that the game last week against the Eagles was a game that we should have won. Actually, I think I'm still optimistic about the season.
So let's preview the next game. You guys got the Colts next, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna be
Uh
facing
huh.
Indiana Jones.
Right.
What do you
Mm.
think? What are the chances of that?
Man, the
Indiana's
Colts are, yeah.
dominating right now. Okay,
The
they're really
Colts are
good.
scary good right now. So it's gonna be a challenge. We'll see what happens. In Indianapolis is, yeah, as you mentioned, they've just been really great. Um, they because they won two of their last three games. Like they won big, and they're scoring pretty high. So they beat the Dolphins 33-8, and then they had that nail biter against the Broncos where they won by one,
But
and then they won last week on the road against the Titans. So they're gonna be a team that's really gonna be a challenge for us. moving forward. I mean, their roster is like, man, Daniel Jones, bro. Indiana Jones is, he's I mean, considering all the criticism he got last year, with the Giants, it's sort of like he reinvented himself in Indianapolis, and I'm happy for him. Actually.
Well, I think that was. I mean, if you look at the Giants now, right? They just benched Russell Wilson. Jackson
Right.
Dart's gonna be starting in that team.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have to wonder at this point. And before Russell got benched, he had a really good one, like in the first game, I think, or the second one.
Mm-hmm.
He had a really good game. So I think from I like Danny Dimes. Okay,
Uh.
when he was with the Giants, I think
Right.
I think it's an issue of coaching with that.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see what happens with Jackson Dart when he goes to
Mm-hmm.
start. But I think from that perspective, Indiana's still going to be very competitive, and Daniel
Right.
Jones is just showing what he can do at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And I expect that. Look, I like the Rams as well, right? But the strength
Right.
that the Colts have been playing with, it's going to be tough to beat.
Yeah.
Even though it's
Mm-hmm.
going to be an away game, it's gonna. I believe the game against the Rams is going to be in SoFi. So
Uh.
maybe that's an advantage there.
Mm-hmm.
But it is what it is when the Rams are not that healthy as well right now, I believe too, right?
No, they're not. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not as not as,
So.
not as bad as us.
uh,
Look,
well, no, but that's the thing with the Niners. Like, imagine what you guys can do once everyone's back.
I think that's the
Yeah.
big monkey paw right now, right? Everyone
Uh.
was worried about CMC's health,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone probably wished that CMC would be healthy, but we didn't expect it to be a monkey paw situation where everybody
Right.
else would get hurt, where
Yeah.
where Brock Purdy and George Kittle get hurt in game one.
Right.
Joe, every Nick Bosa tears
Mm-hmm.
ACL after the third game.
Yeah.
It's look for the Niners. The X factor is definitely going to be the defense. I'm so
Right.
glad, and this is what I was excited for when the news broke that Robert
Mm-hmm.
Saleh was coming back as the DC.
Right.
So I think this is it. I gotta admit I was wrong. I was pissed that the Niners took a defensive back and a defensive lineman in
The
the
draft.
first round.
Yeah.
And I was pissed. I was hoping they would take someone from the offense, right?
Right.
Just to get Purdy some more time. But it's paid off, man. It's
Yeah.
Michael Williams is he's paying off.
Yeah.
I think given the fact that Nick Bosa is gone for the season, that turned out to be a great pick. But
Mhm.
look, week 4 we got the Jags, Travis Hunter and
Right. Mm-hmm.
and Trevor Lawrence. Well, it's gonna be at Levi, so I'm expecting a win for the Niners in that one.
Right.
You got to go up 4-0, and then the big game, big divisional game against
Yeah.
the
Rams. Yeah.
us, you and me,
Yeah.
against the Rams on
Yeah.
the 2nd
Rivalry
of
game.
October.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a quick turnaround though from playing on Sunday, playing on Thursday against the Rams. But
Right.
look, man, we're gonna be back to break this down and talk shit
Yeah.
once that game is done. But
Oh yeah.
we'll
Absolutely.
see.
Yeah.
There's news that Brock Purdy might be coming back on the Jacksonville game. So
Right.
I hope that's the case. Kittle
Yeah.
is out for another, I think, game or two.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm hoping he's going to be back in the Rams game as well. So
Right.
is Jawan Jennings. So we'll see. I mean,
Yeah.
man, it's gonna be a great game. But
Yeah.
we'll see what
Yeah.
happens. We'll be back to talk
Let's see
shit
what
on that
happens.
one.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
I am so glad. Look, I'm so glad that football is back, just from a
Right.
fan perspective, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I am lucky here in New Zealand that we get Disney Plus shows NFL games now for us.
Right.
So we get a lot of NFL games for free. It's easier for me to watch it,
Right.
legally speaking.
Yep.
So it's been great as a fan. I mean, I can imagine it's much better in the US, right? Because if it's
Yeah.
always on free TV.
Right. Right. Yeah. I mean, it's on CBS, on Fox. It's Paramount Plus if you're a subscriber. Also, they also show the games. But yeah, it's I mean, football is like football is like a religion here. So
Yeah.
it's a Sunday. It's a Sunday tradition for for a lot of families, especially especially during Super Bowl Sunday. That's like the biggest. That's bigger than most holidays here.